So the first one that I wanted to explore, Aboli, is autonomous data quality agents. Everyone talks about data quality because like garbage in, garbage out. If you give AI crap, like it's going to give you a polished version of crap. Like everyone understands the importance of data quality. There's a few data hygiene agents that I've seen pop up that claim to be this like thing that auto fixes 200 plus common data quality problems based on patterns that they've mapped from existing customers they have. So some of the product marketing copy, and you'll appreciate some of this stuff here on the websites that I've researched. So you plug in the agentic solution to your warehouse or your existing data layer, so you don't have to like rebuild anything for these tools. They kind of like meet you wherever you're kind of living.
Hmm.
And the agents basically watch and check clean data as data is changing, new records are
Hmm.
coming in, and they're on the execution layer, as I understand it, meaning they work instantly and proactively. You don't need to like approve everything. Maybe they're giving you reports after like a problem happened, but for the most part, the system keeps improving as it has more data and learns from corrections. What are your thoughts here? Like, have you seen some of these in action? What does that actually look like in terms of implementation?
Um, so I haven't come across these tools, so thanks for exposing them to me. What I do realize the importance of those though. For example, more recently, I was playing around a little bit with Snowflake's Copilot, which allows potentially like a person who's not an analyst to like prompt, hey, like, can you pull me a list of so and so users who meet so and so criteria? And um, I think it was really good in terms of like understanding, what I'm trying to like find out. But I think it was like looking at the wrong tables, the wrong fields. And I think that's where I feel like if it had the right metadata, right, the proper data dictionary, or if I also had access to some of that, within internal company documentation, I think I'd be able to like navigate that and like ask it to correct the tables it's looking at, right? So I feel like there I could see a huge application of it. I feel like marketers, right, like, or ops teams too, right, like, will often rely on the BI analytics partners to sort of pull in like those ad hoc SQL queries. But with Copilot, you could, as long as it does have like the right data quality, the right metadata. And so I think going back to the autonomous data quality agents, I think if there are tools out there that sort of uh, help sort of cleanse the data, like, it's like unique rows, unique users, right? Like all of that in one place, I could see like how valuable that is.
Yeah, it's super interesting. So maybe some of the folks listening are just like, we're doing a lot of if this and that like work inside of DBT and our data warehouse to do some of this automatically, but like through rule based workflows. Like a lot of this stuff exists for a long time. But some of the websites, and we'll shout out some of these tools here, but these agents seem to be operating by using pre-mapped patterns. So similar to like if you were doing this like as a workflow, they're like you can give it best practices and learned experience, but the benefit of these tools is that like you're not the only customer using them. A bunch of other customers, maybe similar industries and diverse customer sources to basically keep the model learning or the tool learning, and they can fix data problems that maybe you're not even thinking about, you don't have rules for yet. And all this with like very little human intervention. So the features that they're calling it is like data issue detection, auto generated rules. So you don't have to like create those rules, auto resolution workflows. So sometimes there's like a conflict. We see a record that's matching, the ID resolution rule kicks in, but we don't know which record wins. So there's like some work there. There's stuff like self healing pipelines. But anyways, there's a good overlap of this with like existing tools in the data observability space, and we've chatted about this on the show. We had a couple founders that are building in that space. Some of these companies are actually moving away from data observability as a term, and they're calling it agentic data management as a
Mhm.
category. So one of the examples is an Indian startup called exceldata.io. Gartner actually has a category on their site, a quadrant for augmented data quality solutions. We got big enterprise players in this space like Informatica, Click. But one of the leaders in that quadrant is DQ Labs. They're an agentic AI data management platform. So we'll drop a bunch of these like links in there. If folks want to like check them out. We're exploring, because obviously there's like tools that exist that claim to be able to do this. There's a cool startup called Delpha that raised a seed round this year. They're calling it Autonomous Data Quality Agent. So they're Delpha.io. They're a French startup. I also found this company called Elation that has a suite of agents. So we'll chat about them for some of the other agents we're chatting about, but they're like agentic data intelligence platform. One of their agents is a data quality agent. So a lot of people claim to be doing this. I've never played around with it, so I'm excited to get my hands on some of these. I got two consulting clients that are in this like exploratory phase with AI tools, and so these might be some cool use cases there. So it exists. Like we're not talking about something that like, oh, this would be cool, like some of these other agents that we're chatting about later.
Yeah. No, I think that's like a great exposure to all the tools out there. I think that as a marketer on the business side and like figuring out, the whole AI landscape, one of the things I've been actively doing is just demoing tools, like listening to vendors. Like I think there are like just like listening and like what is possible out there can like make you think. Like you don't have to necessarily go and buy those tools, but there might be some adjacent solutions you could build in house. So that's what I keep telling everyone in the space. Like look out for new tools. There's a lot of like cool and exciting stuff out there. I think to your point, Phil. Like, and I've listened to like other podcast guests, right? Like it all depends on the use case, right? So yes, for people for who like data quality is an issue,